I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to PCM24 Yeti. It's episode number 26. We continue on with the tour of Turkey, stage 6 of 8. So we have 3 opportunities here for a pro win, of which we still need 3. And it's looking, at this stage, fairly unlikely that we are going to achieve that goal this season and complete it. There's just not that many opportunities to race. But we do have an opportunity here. Triple climb, each one progressively getting harder than the previous when we just went through the first. Race day condition is very mixed today. Ironically, Zhu, our sprinter, gets a +5, and that's enough of a bonus. And hold on. Let's get this. We're dropping way too fast here. 4K for the climb, by the way, and even at 83, we are still struggling to keep up. 2K from the top. Really having to put our foot down. Breakaway has 8 riders. The gap is down to 1 minute. It was 9 riders. It was 5 minutes, so they are not threatening right now as they're falling apart. But a group of 4 has escaped. But the whole group gets reeled back in with a high tempo. Luber's getting dropped. -3 race day condition. We have 138 chasing 22. There's a little bit of separation up at the front. We now need to get everybody back up into position, recover in what way they can to set us up for the finish on this one. In terms of the field, we are way behind in terms of quality, but our +3, +5 of Abdullah and Zhu maybe, just maybe, can be competitive, but it's going to take some support to be effective with that one. Grunland is our furthest rider back right now, but we still have not caught that little group of 24. That group of 24 is still ahead, and we're looking at 14K, and the gap is going out. No, it's stable. It's stable. We will set things up here fairly soon. Grunland is, let me get a gel for Grunland and Walters and Alton Girl. Zhu, I was hoping to be the guy because it actually flattens out. You don't see it on the profile, but it flattens out in the last kilometer, meaning a sprint would be excellent, and it's back together. There you go. The front group sat up. 10K, this is now the perfect time to start bringing it forward, starting with Walters. Alton Girl and Hopkins. Kind of want to switch from Zhu to Abdullah, but our best chance to win still comes from Abdullah carrying us over the top and Zhu sprinting it out. So we'll give that a shot, but only 5 riders and 10K, and half of it's going to be climbing. Okay, Walters is successfully bringing us forward through the group. Luckily, things are stretched out enough that we are able to find a way through. That's it for Walters. We're down to 7K. Hopkins gel. Alton Garrel's not lasting long, but we've at least come forward, and we're at the base of the climb. 6K to go, but only 3 riders to get me there. Not looking good. Maholjevic leading it out. Gogol, Eriksson. 4K left. Yeah, Zhu's looking a little too weak right now. Hopkins out of red bar, but give me what you can right now. 3.5K from the finish line. Not looking too low. Zhu's not going to last. Zhu is about to tank, so it's down to Abdullah. 2.5K, and he's too far down. He's going to have to go here soon with Hopkins virtually done. So Abdullah takes off. Zhu's already been dropped. Abdullah makes some forward progress, but it's still 1.6, and he's about to break. So, yep. Not today. Today is not the day. At the front, pulling away as here's that crest. Barcelo is going to claim victory. You can see it's just a last few hundred meters even. It's not even a K. 50K to go on stage 7, and we're chasing the breakaway really hard. The breakaway's breaking up, splitting up, and there's 46K to go, and there's a lot of fatigue in the legs. And there's a pretty healthy climb coming here in a little bit, so this could be an interesting stage. Really sucks, though, that Zhu gets a +5 on a stage in which we're climbing and then turns around and gets a 0 on the sprint stage, where we could really use that +5. Zhu still, though, luckily with a 99% fitness level, has a +2 to his sprint and a +1 to his acceleration, but that stamina resistance, flat rating, the climbing ability, all throwing up a bit of a stinker for us. Luckily, we've caught that breakaway before the climb and sat up. So the sprint teams apparently wanted to get it under control now, so there was no risk of a breakaway victory, or it could be anyway. We're into the last 3K of this, though, and wow, here goes the punchers trying to take control, and we are dropping fast. So let's get control of things for ourselves so we don't drop back too far too fast, as there's absolutely a group off the front, but it's pulled back and we hit the top intact. Good. Except that there is a little split, and Zhu, the weakest climber of the bunch, is left behind. At this point, though, I would take the 44. I would happily take the 44, because now we have 10K to go, and it's... Alright, we're getting a very late start because of the trying to bring the field back together and get back in position. So let's hope Hopkins for now has done well to pull us forward. And now onto Lubers at 7K. So we're... Abdullah's out. What the heck is happening to Lubers is not... Yeah, right. Okay.
There are just 5 kilometers up.
5K onto Walters. Our race got ruined by Lubers, who decided he wanted to ride in the gutter. 3K. We're gonna have to start soft sprinting now. Onto Grönland. 2K. It's technical through here. It's not impossible at this. Yeah, it is. It's impossible. Inside the last K. Grönland is the best place, but he's not going to beat anybody. Altengarel comes through, but yeah, that was a mess of a sprint. Walscheid takes the win. It was going to be hard to beat him anyway, but if we had the position, I feel like that could have gone so much better than it did. Rough first 2 days. We didn't even crack the top 50 in stage 6. Final 16K of the final stage, and 1, we're already a little ways behind. 2, race day condition draws weren't great. Hopkins gets a +5. At least Shoot gets a +2. But this is not a regular sprint stage. Look at that profile. You got that gray. It's cobbled, and it's first half of that cobbled section is a hill, and then it flattens out. So we're in a difficult position right now. I mean, Walters can't even get us coming through. It looks like we found some space finally. Can he actually pull it out, get in there? 11K now. I'm glad that we were able to go through the brick there. 9.5K. Walters. He's done well to get us forward, but we needed to be alongside these guys. And now we're caught up again with 8K to go. So 99 from here. Walters. We're late enough now. I don't need to recycle these guys. 7K. Lubers finally gets us out front. We are clear. 6K to go. Little bit of a hill here. So it's gonna push through these guys pretty quickly. But it's a really good opportunity to either split things or at least keep us in an advantageous position. 4K. Well, final gels. Grönland narrowly done. 3K. Remember, we've got the cobble coming, but these guys are going 99 and can't even hack it. 2.4K. Starting the sprint with Abdullah. Onto the cobbles. 2 stars. Uphill. Altengarel. He's done really well. On to Hopkins. It's 800 meters, but Shu can't handle the cobbles. Can't handle the cobbles. The cobbles were too much for him. and this race was too much for us. Berkmos takes the win ahead of Axel Lawrence and Sean Flynn. Walscheid gets 4th. Sometimes pull together a good string of results back to back to back. We've had 3 pro wins this race, 8 stages, 0 wins, and man oh man did we get humbled in this race. It happens. We are an inferior team after all, and punching above our weight, well, we can't do it every time. This race has been one to forget, definitely not one to write home about. So I've reached the 1st of May, which means we're in the beginning of the dossier period. So this is the day that takes me the longest every season as I go through nation by nation. And of course, as we have snowballed, we've added a ton of nations. At this point in time, I've come up on nearly 2/3. I'd say probably 60% of all the nations, but that's definitely not 60% of the riders, because it's the smallest subset of nations, the smallest popularity ones. So each of those nations have less riders than the other much larger nations. So as a result, I'd say we're probably closer to 1/3, maybe 2/5 of all riders in the database are now available to me. But once again, it's the weakest subset. That being said, after going through nation by nation that's now available to me in the pool and shortlisting anyone who has the potential or the current quality to help this team grow and take another step, and of course the biggest objective for this season, signing wise, is to get 3 riders that are, well, at this point we could say 4 stars or beyond to crack Continental Pro, especially as that's clearly what's available to us. That being said, following phase 1, going through doing the long arduous process of searching, I have 67 riders on my shortlist. Before I go and make my dossiers, which it's already today, so it's continuing on with this project, phase 2 will be to go through this list now, and especially this lower subset down here. All or most of these guys are going to be gone, removed from the list. These were prospects that didn't even get signed last year, and that means they're probably not that great as prospects to begin with. It was, you work with what you have, so a lot of them are going to be gone. A lot of these 2.5 stars will be gone, but there are some in this group that are big time prospects. I did find a few going through, and they will absolutely get signed. Most all of the rest of the prospects are going to be gone, because as we snowball, the available riders to us are just better and better and better. And so for the most part, if they're not about 3.5 stars or above the current ability group, highly unlikely to get signed. If they're 3 stars or below, they've got to be excellent prospects. But once I whittle this down to a much smaller subset, maybe even as many as half are going to be eliminated. Once I've completed that, I'll go over into the dossiers and add names on. For now, though, other than making it visually available to you right now, seeing who's there, and you can already glance at, make that this part, not all contracts, those that are free next year. That already brings us down to 56 and no 4.5 star guys. So 3 4-star guys, we have one on the books as it is. I'll be looking to have more than just 3 though, because I want to have a little bit in terms of quality, and we're definitely going to try to aim for, at least getting a couple guys that are here at the highest end of the 4-star set, just to give us that little bit higher boost. I don't know if 3 4-star guys is going to be enough to get us into Continental Pro or not. That's the question we have to answer in an upcoming video. That's going to do it for this episode, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.